there's a question, and we'll have to check as well. I see some people saying Sampaius. I know you and I say Sampaius. I want to get a bit of clarification on that before we get into the arena, but we need to get one more team booked into the arena. Diffuse kit, smoke for OC, and aggressive out mid, safe. Initial contact taken as Molotov towards window, 1x bet.
Go on,
the North Americans.
Feeling himself, and it's a quick one out of Yakinda's USP, and that's all the utility now on the floor. Scoops up one, is safe, and he is a safe pair of hands-on pistols. Run down by Yakinda. And Nitro on notice through the triple. Yuri in mid alone now, and no bullets. 3 left in the chamber. Not enough to knock the inquisitive Yakinda off. Goes for the burst jump shot. Now careful here, Liquid. This is still dangerous. It's EliGE's third. Just the two of them, Yakinda and EliGE, finding a good start and getting that CT pistol in the bag.
The smiles on the faces. It's been so long.
It has, hasn't it?
Well, I mentioned a little bit earlier that FURIA have been in a bit of a free fall lately. Things have not really been going perfectly for them. And this is a bit of an issue. We have a few Brazilian teams here, haven't we? And with Rio in the distant future, if none of the teams are really firing on all cylinders, as we have the runway to the next major in their home country, you have to ask some questions about will we even see any of them on the stage? And that would be such a shame to not have a Brazilian representative on the stage in Rio.
You know, there are people who are whispering about French shuffles. You wait till you see the Brazilian shuffle.
Mate, imagine.
Imagine
If Dumao gets himself, you know, into the mix of the best Brazilian team. 0-0 Nation actually turned a lot of heads
here.
They did.
They really looked impressive, and EliGE is actually going to get run on down. He just rounds the corner, safe and sound. Yakinda surveying the push.
Well, this is FURIA basically full economical here. This is a rarity, almost like a blue moon. They've swallowed their pride, and next round the AK-47s will be coming out here. Nitro wants to get himself on the board and be able to do so. The MP9 finishes off Yuri, perfect weapon for the job, and KSCERATO and drop the last two. A clean sheet would be the best for Liquid right now. And looking very likely as it is just the one man now trundling through the underpass, bomb on his back, Glock in his hands.
KSCERATO.
I know, you know how we call them the Fangs of FURIA,
yeah.
Yuri and KSCERATO. The Brazilians like to call them Urato. So maybe we can do something with both at some point to keep everybody happy.
I think that's fair enough. Urato.
Yeah, they just combined the names. They just did like a Brangelina type situation. I think we came up with something, and when I say we, actually someone emailed us, the Fangs of FURIA.
Yeah,
I've got it there in my inbox somewhere, but big shout out to that gentleman. Great suggestion.
But there is a real air of additional confidence that's come with this new look Team Liquid, and I think not only is Nitro's individual form something that is impressing me and a component to where I think this run through the lower bracket has come from. Obviously, Yakinda is the most glaringly obvious, and Art is immediately trying to cut them down to size in mid. Now the flashbang stops his journey. So will the smoke. He's still having a go though. Art and smoke's a potent combination, and oh dear, it's only a matter of time before that spray connected. OC goes down elsewhere as well. And already the A site's lost. Look at that positioning. Yakinda's clawed one back, but it seems it's all in vain, as KSCERATO has found himself in CT spawn, and EliGE gets nothing done. FURIA, this is exactly what you wanted to see. If they do, as you said, eco, surprisingly, that's what you want to see on your first gun round. The third round of play on map 2. This is FURIA's pick, and they immediately pull off a conversion. Looks like we're going to be seeing a quick technical.
Oh, okay.
He's on. Oh, he's at 99.
No, we want him to go 100.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can get there.
I've never seen that box before.
Is that the sound card?
Must
doobie?
be fancy.
The sound card doobie being the technical term. But yeah, great stuff here. And that was FURIA being FURIA. Fast-paced, in-your-face, Counter-Strike.
I wonder how OC went down. I'm afraid.
That was KSCERATO coming out of Palace.
That was the opening.
Yeah, and that's how he was able to get the avenue in, because there was so much attention drawn towards mid. That's what you want from your extremity players. When your mid players go in and they call multiple members, yeah, we're getting fought from short, there's a couple in connector. That's when you want your extremity players to activate and isolate duels, right? You get a one-on-one, essentially. Yeah. So well handled from FURIA there, but a buyback from Liquid. No AWP for OC yet, and I'm sure he wants to get that in his hands. Very impactful on Ancient.
Very impactful throughout Liquid's run here.
Well, this is a very heavy A lane. Nobody towards B in the early stages. Yakinda was boosted up in towards vent, but nobody B apps, and seeing him over the top of the smoke. There's OC impact with 2. Art and Yuri down, and the B bomb site. I mentioned it was open, but NAF responding to this.
He's going to get peeked on. KSCERATO falls foul to the M4 again from Naf. 2 out of his defensive spray. It's only drop yet to play. He's going to get that bomb down. That's $800. Unless he goes ahead and wins it. What's happening? Drop coming up massive in the 1 versus 4. Nearly something utterly grotesque out of drop. What a quick sequence out of him, and you'll never guess who it is to close. It's EliGE who keeps a cold head on his shoulders as they try and run him down. That nearly was something.
That is a lot of damage here from drop.
Woof.
Blink and you miss it.
Woof. And it's just so scary. EliGE holds his nerve, though.
Yeah, look, he's frustrated, but that was massive. He should be extremely happy with the damage that he's caused because he's put FURIA in a position where if they go ahead and win this one, that's a lot of impact that's going to flow down the river here. So great stuff from drop. Really, really huge stuff. And this is the guy who came up from the academy team. And look, in the early stages, I wasn't hugely impressed, but I'm definitely becoming a bit of a drop fan. He's safe. Well, no, they have safe as well, but he's safe for a bit of impact every game they have. He's not one of the stars, but he does what he needs to do.
It's a good job they don't speak English, otherwise they'd find themselves getting triggered every time they ask drop to drop and save to save, safe to save. I'd be going absolutely balmy.
And Art to draw them a picture.
Yeah, if he could. We saw his artistic skills in Antwerp. I think it's more of a nickname than it is anything else.
Well, Counter-Strike is his brush, or his canvas.
It is his canvas, yeah, and that dude can really paint some masterpieces with that. Very few players like him, but as we've discussed, I mean, they are down in the dumps right now. You know, Liquid are ahead a map in the series. OC's throwing in some aggression into the mix.
Oh, it's going to be an A play here, so it's just Nitro on the site. He's flashing to facilitate mid. You can see here FaZe just going to cross the line here in map number 1. And here comes the util raining over towards A. Nitro going to be put on notice. EliGE here to chip in OC as well. Can they defend?
OC standing aggressive, gets a lot of information. Safe from the flash, drop was not. Nice conversion from Nitro. OC and Nitro successfully filling the feed with their names. Oh, info, Nitro doing a lot there, but falls down. It's OC traded out. KSCERATO into the site now with bomb on his back. It's EliGE next up to the plate. A little bit of a surprise angle from him here, and he can confirm that they aren't across. Not anymore, he can't. Oh, they are uncertain as to the numbers there. It's only KSCERATO that they've confirmed is on site. It's safe they're concerned maybe slipping and slinking through mid, but both there, and KSCERATO declares CT. He's good, is KSCERATO.
Know the steps.
Knows where they are. One planting, one close CT. EliGE's got his responsibility outlined. Quick one. And not the second. Naf trades immediately. That's clean counter. And Liquid will make it 4.
Yeah, good team-based CS there. And you can play until you contain, right? He didn't continue to flank around and go T-spawn. He didn't push down and come into connector. He was just biding his time in top mid. Now, there are a couple of gaps, but it really feels like good vibrations over there. And the same can't be said for FURIA because of the situation you outlined. Down the map, their map choice, and elimination on the line. Now, not only elimination, that final spot in the Lanxess as well, right? So you've come so far, you've battled through the lower bracket, you've done all the hard work, and just to get 2-0'd by Liquid, a team that if you look at the head-to-head between these squads, historically, it's almost one-way traffic for FURIA. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 occasions where Liquid have ever got the better of them. FURIA seem to be a nemesis for Liquid historically, but now we have the change of Yakinda in the mix. Planter, again, and a decent-looking buy still. Trying to be threatening in the early stages are FURIA.
Yeah, and you can see the balls on drop here. Like, going in, actively contesting for the B apartments. He's ahead of the util that's been thrown, so hasn't taken much damage, and just hoping to catch if he did have any jumping CTs, a little 1D or something. So KSCERATO's hanging around to throw a late mid-window smoke for Safe and Yuri.
It was really nice to have Naf as a site anchor, right? To have him as the B anchor right now. You know that he's always going to be good for one, but the late mid-crawl, window smoked, connector in response here to block out any pesky T's creeping forward, and crowd control utility, nades, flames. Only light damage done.
Yeah,
Yakinda, that smoke tells that he wants to push and pick, but up to vent room, so all the ruse.
Yeah, but it might be able to catch Art here. Drop just over the plumage of the smoke.
2.
Art pulls a double out of nowhere. Losing his teammates in the process. EliGE double right back. 8 frags for EliGE as he spots out another. Now, Art was window, and you can see EliGE has got his responsibility outlined. Can anyone from FURIA. Find a way into the site, because it shouldn't and couldn't really be Art. 6 HP. Bad CT smoke, but it does cover off KSCERATO's crawl.
Means that he doesn't have to worry about Palace either.
True.
But it means that KSCERATO can take a lot of space and save too. So jungle clear, window, under the remit right now of FURIA, and they've smoked off connector, so EliGE is going to have to spam and pray as him and Naf have been removed from the pack. Bomb getting planted late. Nitro spam through the bomb. So the bomb's down. That's the round.
Round done. Liquid. That's one way to get it done. Look how far away they are. Defending the site from a distance.
And this was the man that got the double kill. In window room, got 2 kills towards vent, was able to swing around, take down OC as well. And what a round from Liquid. Miracle stuff right there. Huge work, and 5-1 the score now reads. They had a fantastic start over there on Ancient, but FURIA battled back in late. So you know they're not done just yet. But really well handled here from Liquid. They don't look flustered, they don't look panicked, they're not getting isolated. They're playing good team Counter-Strike right now. And FURIA are left with the saved M4 in the hands of Art. And, well, a bit of util alongside of these upgraded pistols.
It's a weird smoke for you, Ken.
He's pushing through it, I think, Alex.
Yeah, I think so too. Exploit the expectation. Changes his mind as a lot of cues imply this. Oh, a lot of presence now. Naf, usually good for one, but meets Art with a bit of a pace change. Straight into B. Yakinda maybe has safe dead to rights here. EliGE advancing short. Yakinda with a hard clear, and oops, safe does go down. It's Art dinked in the process. EliGE is closing this gap and dropping bodies. FURIA drop like flies. Art does not have the health for this duel.
It's not planted for KSCERATO either. They can just stick this to Fuse, and, well, especially so, they know where he's coming from. EliGE tasked to deal with this. Nitro the man to win the round, and no more for KSCERATO. EliGE will get 10 kills to his name now. A great start for EliGE here, leading the server. The same can't be said for Yuri, yet to find a kill. Now, it's hard to keep Yuri quiet for long. I expect to see him find some impact soon, and a timeout taken from FURIA. So I imagine a discussion right now to be had about how they want to continue forward. But finally, an AWP coming out here for this T side. Got sketchy for a moment, didn't it? Naf caught pants down, around the ankles, in HD.
Yeah, but I mean, this is kind of the ride or die FURIA style. You find those gaps, and if you don't just pedal to the metal into the site and get the post plant, if there is enough disruption on the way there, it can all fall apart. It's not, you know, the rigid default, taking away the map control, seizing the advantages, playing the percentages. This is much more like, let's see what I find. And I found it. And this time, that conversation hasn't been happening. You can see I found it, but at what cost? Starting to get frustrated, and you can't blame them. This is the T side of the second map. Down in the dumps now.
Ooh,
Warp is out.
This is a change. EliGE not connecting in from, well, connector. He's tucked into sandwich immediately. He might get overlooked here.
It's possible. They're ahead of this. Tempting. Double. Easy as that. One back. An advantage held on to by Liquid. OC in support on the slither. Elbow spotted, and the round concludes. All of the pennies invested, and FURIA have got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, bye. Right now, Liquid are looking in sync, and we just have Drop to find, and we know where he is, on the extremities of B. But the reason I was hyping up that play from EliGE is because more often than not, they were playing heavy mid setups, which means EliGE were being connector. Well, they're reading the play. I don't know if it was a Nitro call, I don't know where it came from, but they were ready for the A execute. As soon as you see Nitro towards spawn, you expect the standard play. Here's Drop again, being quite the headhunter. There's another, so still looking crispy as Drop. Has 3 more to find here. 45 seconds. How much more are they going to give him? The bomb is down, Naf towards T-spawn, EliGE up in the Palace position, and OC and CT. I think this one should be done and dusted. So I guess we can just stay on Drop cam for another 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was just interested in which players he's idolizing. He's actually got an Axile and a Twist sticker.
Okay.
So I reckon he's
good with the headshots.
Axile on the CT side and Twist on the T.
Yeah, well, they both have fantastic aim. So maybe that's where Drop is getting a couple of these nice shots we're seeing. You know, he's watched a lot of the demos.
Yeah, that is actually something we could ask more players. Is like, who are the players whose demos you want to watch?
Or told to watch, maybe.
That too. Who was it that was telling me? Jason. Jason was telling me Mopos in your podcast was talking about the fact he doesn't like to watch demos. He just like it was all
likes to feel the game,
floaty and feeling driven. Well, Definitely feeling good right now. Movi are going to be performing in front of the Lanxess Arena next week, and that is exciting in itself. We do have a secret agent in the server.
I don't think I've ever done this before either.
But how does it feel?
Yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah, it looks
Great.
good too.
Yeah.
Little Spirit Fingers type beat.
Well, an AK around drops saved Kalashnikov, a couple of digs, and this is feeling quite hopeless at this juncture here for FURIA. Liquid sailing to the Lanxess. Last time we were in the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, they lifted the trophy. They won the Intel Grand Slam. We're going to get back there, and wow, the way that Liquid's been over the last couple of years, it's fantastic to have a team for North America to root for. Look at that. Window smoke, followed by an incendiary towards underpass.
And a sweep top mid from an AWP and a short M4. They got their procedures real ironed out here now. They both eat those flashes. And there's the space. Oh. It's taken. Drop. So sharp with Yuri in tow. 3 frags in the feed, and that's a FURIA classic right there. Just click. Look at the buy they had, and now what they'll leave with. You can see the rifles have all flooded into the FURIA side.
And finally, drops impact. Even though he was unable to convert the rounds through his finding kills, it echoes into round number 9 because Naf and Nitro have to save. There's very light on cash for the likes of Yakinda. Naf and Nitro just around the 2K mark. And Art's even looking like he wants to hunt. So Drop, he doesn't want to go out of Cologne. He wants to make himself and take himself to the arena almost single-handedly. 7 kills for him. Fantastic work in the rounds that FURIA have looked threatening, and their second finally found. Remember, this is their map choice. You want to see why.
Oh, they're going to lose it. Now, do they assume the AWP's in the same place? They will now. It's not an assumption, it's pure knowledge. And down goes Nafly, a flashbang to the face, 11 HP. Lots of blood to be drawn. And a flawless FURIA response. 3 in the end out of Art, 2 on the hunt, but you can see what it's done to Liquid. All those drop antics adding up.
It's almost like a free buy here, but this was great. And we were just praising the mid protocols. And that smoke, about, I don't know, 1 second too late. Counter-Strike's about the details, and Liquid do have enough to go for a force buy here. It's only an MP9 and a FAMAS is the emissions, but util light on kit, 1 for Nitro. As we do head back for an A execute, and this time, EliGE isn't in sandwich. He's towards mid, getting boosted up and over.
At what cost? Yakinda burns.
It's going to be an A retake, and this should be another round for FURIA here, unless OCs has something to say about it.
Yeah, it's unlikely.
Well, they're all rotating back. They'll be here.
Yeah, he spotted 1 cross, slipped the net of Safe's AWP. They're committing up through Tetris now. Sandwich control given. Really hinging on Nitro now. They can boost over this if they desire. EliGE repositions. Will use Nitro as a stepping stool for vision. Naf to distract. Nitro overwatching, but
they can plant
here. They can plant safe for sure. And it isn't even exchange right now. Nice one from OC. He's taken Art out, but there is still that stairs position. And Safe was aware. Takes Nitro out. And that's the end of that. FURIA are about to make a very strong case.
It's FURIA getting to these halves late, same as Ancient, right? Liquid have done a great job early. They'd love to get 8 or 9 on the CT side, but considering we still have a bunch more rounds to be played, that is a possibility. But FURIA are grinding Liquid down now, so a bit of a pulp, a bit of a paste. The M4 and the MP9. Well, the MP9 it looks to do some damage. That's cheeky. They should be able to scoop back up the AWP. Not too many dramas right there. That's just annoying, if anything. Let's call it 3. As FURIA connect 2 rounds consecutively.
AWP maintained. Taking it off of OC's corpse for safety. And we'll head on into round 11. Yeah, Liquid are just going to be looking to those 2 slightly more threatening weapons.
Yeah, I was just waiting to see if they wanted to go for anything crazy like we saw in Ancient, which kind of put some questions into how we thought the half was going to go. But aggressive middle again. This time it looks very B-centric. Nitro pushing, Safe watching this with the AWP. Oh, there's a bit of a gap. They're pushing, they're pushing.
He's just thought better of it. Misses his shot, run on down. It spirals, it spirals! spirals, 2 from Yakinda's SMG, and he's just failed to get away.
Can't look at all the push.
Oh, and EliGE is there. They're just going to keep throwing more numbers at it. Fighting FURIA with a style like FURIA. And now disappearing. KSCERATO has retrieved the bomb, but they are making a round that they had no right into.
Definitely has a USP. He's the one to deal with KSCERATO running into B right now.
Maybe just hide. Just hide it out. KSCERATO's got so much time right now, and he spotted out Naf. Brought him low into the site. Now they're both so vulnerable. Nice smoke for the window. And time on his side. It's the EliGE flank we've got to keep an eye on. Will KSCERATO consider it?
And there's 10 bullets. We'll have to reload if he wants more.
He's going to have a look. Oh, EliGE. This frag makes or breaks the round. Reload. Audible. EliGE can just lock the door now. That gift of time will be revoked. But looking to convert the heroics of that aggressive push. Fakes it out. Gets the info, he's off the bomb. Spots out one. Aware of the potential of the flank, and it's EliGE. Needs to catch a timing, fires off the shots. He knows now. KSCERATO in the 1v1. Saving FURIA from a red face. EliGE from the apartments. KSCERATO ready and awaiting as EliGE keeps a cool head on his shoulders. Clutches up and saves Liquid for the conversion. Big round out of Liquid.
Yeah, massive stuff. They're going to win out the half here with 8, but you can only feel bad for FURIA in a round like that. Safe was spotting it with the AWP. It was the perfect weapon for the job, and just as he went to line up the smoke, they crept their way up. Nitro and Yakinda, the absolute nuisance of that duo. It was the Yakinda double there that was such a problem, and KSCERATO, he plays this very well. He takes his time, and he's hoping a kill comes his way early. Baits out the first, grabs the second, knows where EliGE is, but unable to convert the final kill, and EliGE stands tall with that M4, and you can see now our understanding where this one is going. This one is going to start to sting. They had 2 close, almost clutches. One from drop, one from KSCERATO now.
Yeah, they just don't feel like this. Lightning is just evading them. They're so close to putting it in the bottle at times. They're coming into B again.
Oh, mollied each other.
Oh, they're frustrated. And KSCERATO's been flatlined. Naf is just defending this site on his own. Nice one back from Yuri. Catching the nade. All 3 of them take damage from that one. That is efficient utility usage.
Yeah, might have to take a timeout to cool out here. This is really slipping away from them quite quickly. Nitro still with ticket on A. EliGE is covering off middle as all 3 of them look like they want to make their way down through the underpass. Now, this is a problem with EliGE. Oh, he was up on the box in window room. Now that he's transitioned towards vent room, he's not going to get the same glance if they do make their way. Here we go. Perfect. EliGE should have all 3. 1.
And done.
Okay. I thought he'd go for a couple more there, but playing it by the book is EliGE.
I'm sure Liquid fans are happy to see it. Molotov out now. Oh, nice little move onto the safety of that ladder. And Yakinda's coming to make sure that underpass remains unoccupied. Now cleared out by Safe. It's going to be a hard duel if EliGE really fancies his chances, but a missed shot out of Safe. And it is just Yuri. He started his fragging now. You said it's hard to keep him out, but for this one he will just have to try and save in plain sight. Sitting over on Delpan. Unlikely clear.
Here.
Yeah. Yakinda, how diligent is he? Yeah, looks like he's thought better of it. Hiding in plain sight.
Okay, Yuri. Bit of bravery there, huh? Peeks out even took a bit of an exchange there against EliGE in the final seconds of that. 9-3, big lead here. And as what I mentioned earlier, it's great to have Naf holding B as we do see the molly hit the back of KSCERATO entering in, but Naf grabs 2, right? You know, a lot of B anchors, maybe 1 and done. Naf 2, that's it, stalled out. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. It's not easy. And, well, the timeout called. Second of FURIA's here. Money available for a buy, but I feel like we're saying goodbye to FURIA now. This is limp. It's not the way you want to go, and EliGE's up to 17 kills.
Yeah, I mean, let's kind of roll it back to how FURIA have fared here at Cologne. knocked down here by Astralis in a 2-0 fashion.
Surprised everybody.
Yeah, already that was a bit of an eyebrow raiser. And then up against Outsiders, it was probably, you know, what most would consider a coin toss. FURIA smashed their way through that. This is the most recent series up against Spirit. Even that one was, you know, up for debate. FURIA managed to weather that storm, and now it's Liquid that stand in their way and have done so convincingly so far.
Art's on his own here, trying to sell this mid presence, but it will just be an A-ramp crawl. There's a flash available. Yakinda on the top of the mid railing. As the smoke starts to fade, has a chance, but Art finds the opening, and KSCERATO takes down EliGE. It's on Nitro.
What have you got for us? Taking their sweet time, and now with the smoke fading, OC's allowed to take one. Suspicious is Naf. He's still worried about B, and Hart's going to be going there super late. Disconnected from the squad, just wants to ensure this round is his. And so yeah, it's an odd one. It looks odd.
I don't think they'll save here, especially with Art's position. Oh, did Naf spot him there? I'm not sure if he saw or heard. So Art's quite entrenched in this B bomb site now.
Yeah, you press tab, you know Art's still alive.
He might go down to the back here. Naf has an opportunity to catch him, and will. And now it is a 2-on-3, and the bomb hasn't been planted. So the 40 seconds will start, and this could entice Liquid to at least have a look. You can see Naf peering in from short now. Flashes to facilitate the initial glance. Nitro, no, they will call this one
He had
off.
a little look at CT, just seeing how it felt. Didn't feel good enough, but that's FURIA's fourth.
Okay, well, just trying this one on for size, Liquid, and that was Art in middle winning the exchange against Yakinda, and then KSCERATO with an opening onto EliGE. So those two kills came quite quickly. And when KSCERATO has been able to find that kill on towards the A side, the round has followed in 2 occasions minimum. They only won 4 rounds. 9-6 half, pretty good. And they'll definitely be believing in that one right there.
Yeah, do you remember, though, if you have to roll it back all the way to the opening game of Group B for Liquid, it was that Spirit game?
Yeah, I remember.
You remember how Liquid at times did look like it could have very well been theirs in 2?
I feel like they should have won on Ancient, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely should have been Liquid. So the way that they started with the loss to Spirit, I'm sure they would have loved to have played Spirit again to see if they could set the record straight.
Sure, but I mean, it was just the way in which that did fall apart that I just want everyone to keep in mind.
Oh, that they made choke. Keeping it on
Well,
brand.
yeah, Chad, I mean, that was kind of where I was going with it. There was definitely potential, but 4 certainly not going to be sufficient. Opportunities to increase it.
He still seems aware here that mid could be a problem. The bomb on the back of drop. Art's close, safe, Overwatch.
Fading now. Art's very comfortable with this duel, and the flash is so good.
Oh, you overlooked it. You overlooked it.
Still down. Still down. An opening frag for FURIA now. And they're barreling towards this A site. It might have to be Yakinda to be the hero here. You've got EliGE up close ramp. And he's not worried too much about ramp side. He can deal with Palace from there as well. Heads spotted, deleted. First found, the trade is tagged up. EliGE does go down. It's Nitro doubles up. And a 2-on-2 established. We will see a bomb plant down on the default. Naf is fast on the flank, and Yakinda overcooks it. Up on connector as the bomb goes down, bodyguarded by Yuri, and now slipping off into CT. Drop will have a look. Naf can isolate a duel. He's got a lot of util he can use and utilize, and now with the first found, he might just do that. Nade swings out, halves the health pool, makes it a fair fight now, as he's just dumping it all. I know where you are, I know where you lie, and he's just going to hold it in plain sight. Will Yuri find the bullets? The molly, the util is gorgeous! Gorgeous from Nafly! He solves the mystery, clutches up, and it's through utility. And the futility for Yuri, he couldn't do anything. He tries to go wide to spray it. The molly has spread. There's a smoke in front of him. That is gangster.
That is beautiful. Picture perfect utility usage from Naf there to secure a huge 1-on-2 situation.
Look at this again.
Just throwing everything he's got and the kitchen sink.
He's 50 HP from the nade. He can't go wide on the flame. And he just gets to defuse in plain sight. That is so good.
Cop that one right there, and
so
smiles
good.
continue. Liquid, a love and life right now.
Wow.
That Nitro double instrumental as part of this. Fantastic work from EliGE and Nitro on the A side to stall them out. But Naf, the real hero in that round.
I mean, I bring up his utility, but never in my life have I seen every single nade used to perfection in a one-on-one.
Beautiful.
He didn't even get the kill, Chad. He didn't even need to. Oh, man. Well, that put a smile on my face. Proper Counter-Strike tonight. And OC puts the fight to Art down on his walkout B apps that will allow them to move their troops around, play the advantage. Trying to regain one is FURIA, the deep smoke towards the connector.
But look at this hold on A. I love how dynamic it's been. We've seen so many different setups, and EliGE has no issues taking liberties. He doesn't always have to be around connector because Yikinda and OC can take care of business towards mid. It frees him up to help out Nitro. And look at this push from EliGE. He's going to continue to march forward in towards T-spawn.
As Naf confirms, no one's B. So, I mean, EliGE, he's got all the power to him now. OC's going to have to hit quite the flick if drop does jump across.
Nitro can just hide here. And that's the kill towards window. Damage done from Yikinda through the smoke here. But remember, EliGE is still coming.
Yeah, and Nitro is surviving. EliGE with the trigger discipline to finish this with a flourish. Both go down to EliGE. The proactive defense leads to 11. Does this mark the end of the road for FURIA? Liquid, 5 rounds away from securing an opportunity to return to the Lanxess Arena.
Two rifles here for Fnatic moving into the second last round. They had a chance to break the economy of Liquid. They still have a chance going into the last round. But this one's not going to be easy. And surely we're going to see a fast play from Fnatic.
Look at this, Liquid want to get more aggressive in middle there. Not giving Elephant the space to breathe, but the spray now comes into play. It will be the Flames to finish off Olofmeister, but he's done. Crims and Dennis still stand, and they cannot be counted out at the moment as they are holding on to some pretty dangerous weaponry. They don't have utility to aid them in their eventual push, but what they do have going for them right now is time. They're very spread out at the moment, and Fnatic should be able to get engagements. What is that? Long-range shot connected by Crims. JW is history, and maybe there's a chance now for Fnatic in this round.
Two players now for Fnatic just holding up again. They're waiting for the peaks. Who is going to be the recipient? It is going to be Hiko. That's a big frag. Simple is creeping. They've seen with the AWP now, and a desperate play into B comes in. You see double smokes in the same place there. Simple just jumping casually into the side. He's going to fall down and get a different frag. What is this frag from Simple? Are you serious? What is that? You can't do that, Simple. That's not allowed. This is not FPL. This is a major. He didn't even. He had one button on his mouse stand. He had one button. There was no zoom.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I listen when there's no sound? Oh, the wolves are out. Yes, the wolves are out.
Liquid horse triumphantly canters into the second half of our second map in this series for the final spot in the lower bracket runs. It's Liquid and FURIA. Ancient converted. FURIA's pick fell flat if we were in the correct tense, and well, it is going to be tense for FURIA.
Yeah, this is rough now. Some fantastic clutches coming through. Naf, really, the icing on the cake here. Magnificent scenes, but FURIA, rough last couple of events for them. The free fall looking likely to continue here.
It's not the way you want to end your season. Take a long 6-week break thinking about the ways in which it could have been done differently. You want to expect Lean's Liquid's way. You can see drop with a reactive incendiary lined up. Won't be using that. There's contact elsewhere. It's Art that gets answers. 2 spotted out towards underpass.
Look at EliGE, 20 kills to his name. Highest rated player for Liquid coming into this series, and he's continuing to put pain down range.
And I hear Yanko every time I see Liquid having a good game with EliGE at the top. I'm just like, yeah, I hear the same thing. Let EliGE not go in first. Let the man clean up.
That's the thing. Not only is EliGE mechanically gifted, he's a very smart player, has a lot of experience. He's the franchise player of Liquid. As we turn our attention towards A, U-Tilt rains on out. Nitro to set this one up, and well, they're just going to push into Art here. Caught no man's land. They know where he is. They want to run him down.
And they'll get him without too much of a problem. It is hidden in plain sight. Safe. Oh no! No one looking, no one tracking. Kinda deleted. Safe with a magnificent second to give something back to FURIA. It's only Naf. He's already had one spectacular clutch. They're asking too much in this pistol. Safe. Credit to him. He gets 3 and a pat on the back for it. Hiding in plain sight.
You get worried for a moment there, don't you, when it's the USP in the back of the head and it doesn't immediately connect onto the second, but the flick back was beautiful. This is it, right? Oh, it's not connecting, and then bang!
Sheesh.
Get him out of here, packing Yakinda's bags early on the pistol round of the second half. And the coach trying to get them fired up, but a lot more work needs to be done before they start believing. An eco from Liquid and quickly over towards B with 4. Now, we'll let everybody know that due to the fact that Group A is completed, we know who the winner of this matchup will be facing in the arena in the quarterfinal. Winner of this game right here, right now, will be taking on the Movistar Riders, who fell earlier today to Na'Vi in that placement match.
Wow. Okay, well, opponent set. Time to find out who the Movistar Riders will be facing.
Precisely. I'm sure they're maybe having a beer or two to reflect on the game against Na'Vi. They took a map.
Yeah, they had a clutch or 2. Wow, long range on that Glock dink, and that's about it. KSCERATO farms up a couple of extra frags, 4 to be specific.
And now it's just about getting comfy on this CT side. And that's a great round to do so. No worries, right? Not a problem in the world. We brush them aside, but we know what's coming. The AKs about to be purchased. And that's with the onslaught of Liquid. I would love to see what they want to get stuck in with the first gun round of play.
Yeah, I just want to see conviction, that's for sure. Like, they've been all smiles and giggles on that CT side, having a lot of fun. You're a map up, you can afford to do so, but this is where I want evidence early that Liquid still have that little glimmer in their eyes.
I already referenced their favorite kink of choking here, so we'll see if they fall foul of that temptation. Now, Yakinda could be what Art is on this T side, right? Getting stuck in, finding an entry, and having the round start to fall in their favor. But FURIA, they don't want to let the season slip by just yet. An extra week of holidays might sound good to some, but when the Lanxess Arena is just around the corner, I'll tell you, that is what they play for. Now, steady stuff out the gates. Default spread, EliGE on the extremity towards B, Yakinda top mid early, but quite heavy lean. Naf in the Palace position, Nitro and OC working up the ramp, and Ort for safe. He'll be able to chime in from the connector position as Yuri tucks in towards the balcony. This is a bit more like Ancient, where we saw them taking the time with the default spreads. No clear indication, just want to see if anybody slips up from FURIA here in the early stages.
And though it may not be the most enthralling starts to rounds, it is very encouraging to see Liquid with a very all-round default.
The fact that they can, I was going to say, play patient Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the Tracer fire betraying Yakinda there, and Nitro's already just arrived onto the site. He just did the long-range tap straight to safe, and Art's got one too. They really did push everything into this, and from behind, EliGE will strike, and that advantage is quickly maintained by Yuri. Naf Trying to break through. Wow, so many jewels all over the shop. It leaves EliGE. Can he close? Oh, wow, 13 seconds. What's he supposed to do? He's just going to give it up. Get out of there. And a well-defended round, all things considered. The way in which that went back and forth, the flank onto Art, I thought we would see a little bit more with Nitro tapping into safe, but it's held by Yuri and KSCERATO. Credit to them. And so FURIA will start to, as you said, kind of just build into this defense. Prove to yourselves you've still got a voice into this second map of play. I will repeat the scoreline, an 11-4 half. A very good defensive haul.
Yeah, and Art finding an opener on Yakinda. I think that's important for two reasons. It's Yakinda in the dirt, and it's Art finding confidence within himself right there. You need to get him activated as EliGE will be carrying through this AK-47. The rest of which have pistols. Now, the Tech-9s of Naf and Nitro are a bit more delectable here, as looking likely to find a B play, and Naf trying to find somewhere to stand around the flames. Drop may have heard a lick or two of that, and Art will call mid-clear. So now knowing that likely they are all residing up towards those B apartments, Liquid think better of running in towards the well-informed stack.
They've still got some pieces to at least, you know, move around the board here. The king being that saved AK-47, currently patrolling the underpass, staring at the flames deployed by the Brazilian side. Safe, buys time, shaves more off of the clock. 16 hours. EliGE starts to emerge, held by Art and deleted by EliGE. More of that.
EliGE, I was just talking about how Art was feeling confident, maybe a little bit too confident. He'll sit him
Yuri,
down.
he is coming.
The push.
He's coming. And not clearing. Oh, God, no, FURIA. This is supposed to be the gimme.
A's open. There is literally nobody from FURIA on A right now. KSCERATO will get one back. That's going to send them quickly skyrocketing up towards the connector here. Worried about the push from short. Drop. He's not going to get
Good
here
flash.
in time, or will he?
Just across, EliGE, shots lost. Oh, back into an advantage for FURIA. They cancel the plant as well. Just a little bit of a wasting time. Gonna get it down now uncontested, but hard to hold. No armor on either of these, and safe dispatches of OC. Nitro asked to do the impossible, and FURIA will recover.
Really nice kills there.
Really nice openings, but a greater recovery.
That's good from Safe, like, not overstepping the mark, just doing what he needs to do, because some players in that situation might step on out and really try and search for an extra kill. He's just locking down his key position and letting his riflers come in and do the work. But this is where you start to get really worried. The fact that, yeah, Yuri doesn't clear his corners and Naf gets a freebie. And you understand why he needs the push. It's because Art gave away the opening kill. So the CTs need some info, and he wasn't expecting anybody to be up close and personal. But that was just a partial investment here. It will be the full buy now. OC's AWP is out. Both teams have big greens. Art with one as well as Safe. So 3 in play for round number 20 here. And this time, quicker smokes towards mid. We've seen this newer approach with the smoke landing top mid to scale behind. They do this instead of smoking window so they can take the jewel, but there's no intent behind it. It's all a ruse. They're setting up for what looks like it could be an A play quite early here.
Yeah, it's just going to be Art and Safe. So, I mean, a double AWP A defense. You know what counts as that? Smoke. Art ahead of it. No jungle smoke, just the connector deep. So Yuri's got a free roam. Art does get caught by Naf. Wow, what a shot from him into the one of the 2 AWPers. Liquid to commit on this.
It's lined up there.
OC posted on the next peak. Down goes Nitro. Yuri opts for a fresh weapon, loses his life in the process. Over the top is Safe, bomb floor. And EliGE caught out on the emerge of the smoke. Nice recovery from FURIA here.
Yeah, they're being very annoying, getting in and getting out, staying alive as Yakinda tries to come up connector here. Naf needs to wait for the import to make his move.
Safe from the drop jiggles now. Naf will be posted on that CT fight, but it's up against an AWP, so he'd have to be backing himself.
Oh, this is huge. Drop's just left. If Yakinda continues to push forward here, can get through the vent and go behind them CT, might be able to find a way in. But as I say, that time being a bit of an issue. Molly towards spawn to deny, looking for an open plant. Yakinda needs to bodyguard this.
You'd think so. Drop's just going to check him. Falls apart.
Yeah, Yakinda there really needed to put himself on the line to get the bomb down. Otherwise, the objective not going to happen. Notes where another is. Time an issue here. Yakinda, this would be someone on 3.
Yeah, with 10 seconds, 3 to find. It's near impossible. Safe proves it. And that gap that daunting 11-4 half quickly disintegrating with a strong CT start here. FURIA building upon the pistol, and then some frustrations will start to show, but Liquid is still a very manageable task.
Remember how much impact EliGE was having in the first half, right? He had so many kills. I think when we came into the second, he had 20 frags. He has 24 now. It's who's going to join him. Because everybody else, they're trailing, sure, but one of them can rock up, two of them can rock up, they can start contributing. And we need to talk about the contributions of FURIA. Safe's been doing what he needs to do with the AWP, right? Gets the kill, does what he needs to do, right? The KSCERATO had a bit of an eco bash in the early stages. Drop was getting some nice AK shots in the second half, but it feels right now for FURIA, it's a bit more of a team effort to bring them into these rounds. Now, the timeout's been taken. What's the advice from Daps, the coach here, the new coach of Liquid? Needs to find a solution for the team, and they're light on as far as the choice weapon for OC goes, and they don't have a full set of util here either. So how are they going to make this one work? It's like Mir, they want to take a lot of fights here. This is fast. They're taking control with 4. And Naf just tries to walk up on a timing here, hoping that more players are responding to mid. Remember I spoke about earlier, isolating the jewels, wanting the CTs to focus middle and walking out the extremities. Well, it doesn't get easier than that for an opening.
Yeah, you would have a full second to adjust his aim. Connector cleared. Heavy investment of utility to facilitate this walk-up. Yikind has been called upon here to open up the site, and KSCERATO denies, extends a 2-man advantage for FURIA. Just the toes is enough for EliGE to tickle.
Might have to do it on his own here, EliGE.
Yeah, it is definitely the EliGE show right now. Safe caught a glimpse and a tag onto Nitro.
Well, the flank's going to come in eventually from Yuri here, and he might have all 3 of them backs turned.
Yeah, Safe confirms. No one looking his way. A quick tap into OC. It really does have to just be EliGE. All really falls to him. The off angle, brilliant. You can see the crosshair was just not anticipating action. Snap onto the head from Nitro. Again, FURIA with a very individually driven defense. It's KSCERATO this time, taking it in turns to find those impact multi-kills. 3 from KSCERATO.
Now he's up to 22 kills, so hunting down EliGE, the scoreline right here. But I think one of the keys here is the lack of plants in most of these rounds here for Liquid, which is going to stall them out from getting more threatening buys. And not only that, is they've only had 1 round where they've gotten 3 kills. The rest of them have been 2 kills or less, right? That shows you just how easy things have been here for FURIA in this second half so far. We're looking at 6 consecutive rounds, and the defense doesn't look like it's going to falter here, showing why they picked this map. Up next is Vertigo, and we might just need it, considering how this is starting to shape up.
Oh, they are starting to push. Drop, panic button hit. KSCERATO to react, and Nitro's actually done very well to post a frag off the flash. They find nothing over the edge of the smoke. Dropping in, EliGE loses it. And Liquid, 1 at a time, just feeding the beast. It's 1 single file onto the arc. And so we tie things up.
We can get excited now, and so can FURIA. The yells from the coach, Gary, getting louder and louder as they're looking to extend play here to the 3rd. And they're back in this in a big way, showing that the T side of Liquid doesn't have a whole lot. It's been a fantastic run here from FURIA. The blue wall erected. And trouble. If Yikind, right, is your entry player, he's only on 8 kills and he's not getting anything done, then you have to turn to OC and get him an AWP to try and find you either territory or a pick. We've taken EliGE out of his comfort zone. We've plugged Yikind into his, and he can't just get away with 8 kills in an environment like this. Wants the responsibility of being a superstar for a team, well, you need to show it in matches like this. A pressure environment unfolds. Realistically, when you look at both of these teams, I mentioned it during Ancient, OC is the least experienced member of these 2 teams, right? Safe, Drop, they were there at the major getting it done. You obviously have the core of this team that's been doing it for years. KSCERATO, Art, and Yuri being together for what feels like eons at this juncture. The core of Liquid the same, even with Nitro returning, and Yikind, well, all that time in the Outsiders colors. But here we go, Yikind out towards middle, using the smoke this time round.
See what it leads to. Art's found an angle he fancies to contest. Battle of wits and timings now. Good molly, forces Safe into an awkward fight. Art right there as the fades. Oh, he mismanages the spray, gets nothing for it.
Looked like he had both.
Yeah, but OC's done well there. He punishes On to Art, overstaying in mid, and EliGE doesn't have a booster, so won't be able to actively fight into that window room.
Well, this is nice. At least there's an exchange early. It's not an execute into a site in a equal number situation.
But yeah.
I mentioned if your Kinder can't get it done, it has to be OC. So one, that's great. But now that it's a bit more of a turtle up from FURIA here, the heavy lifting has to be done by other members of Liquid.
Safe to take a whole lot of damage in the opening towards his underpass. Drop and Nav are going to be having quite the standoff here, and if they do round short, it is the perfect maneuver. Nav to arrive as contact is taken short.
He's just drop here, a lot of pressure here.
Oh, there you go. Nav will start his walk. He knows Apps has just abandoned post, and it's nice frag out of drop. Looking for more pressure. Bomb spotted, burnt to little. And Nav should have this one done. Does close drops case. KSCERATO has already filled onto the site. It's Nav again with damage. And OC posts for safe. FURIA asked to go 1v3 or Liquid will post their first T round. First, too much to ask. Nav does a lot on that low HP there. 3 impactful frags out of Nav.
Felt laboured, right? They really had to work quite hard for that, but that tends to be the case when you're running down the clock in that fashion. But great work, and it did force FURIA quite passive after the early exchange here. And this is safe. You can see on the fade taking down your Kinder. As you mentioned, Art maybe hanging around a little bit too long for his own good. But this is good patient work from Nav here, right? Takes his time, gets the most important kill on drop to get them into the site. But maybe not. Let me take that back. The kill onto KSCERATO being the most important because he could have denied the plant. But they can break FURIA right here with a round win. And EliGE caught in no man's land. Nade in the hand.
Kinder's trying to help him out as well. Just bail him out. He took a lot of damage there. He's going to rethink the strategy. Nade is up right onto Art's toes.
Oh,
another tag, yeah, OC. He's trying to, as hard as he might, to give them that opening.
Well, they have to reset because underpass was taken. They don't know how many players were down there. So EliGE going back to investigate to make sure that at least that extremity isn't completely under control of FURIA here. But even though it's a 5v5, it's all the pressure on drop towards B again. EliGE is going to call underpass clear in a moment. Yakinda still towards top mid. But Nitro, Naf, and OC have joined the party. It was looking like they wanted to split A, but the strat has changed after the early exchange. Speaking of change, Art over towards B with some aggression as well. He's jumped up in towards the apartments and he's searching for info. So both teams in pursuit of info. And a lot of talking from EliGE. He saw him. He saw him.
Okay, what does that lead to?
A B split would be great here because if a player's normally forward like this, they might not have a second player.
EliGE with his awareness and his crosshair. It's perfect.
Definitely saw him.
Oh yes, snaps into the head of Art. Drop, a whole squad rotating through, but Drop is ahead of the pack and loses his life. So does Yakinda down to 8, but
he just save.
They don't have the funds. Not at all by any stretch. Liquid, not only do they find themselves, 2 consecutive here, they've done it.
That's safe with the AWP gone.
And they've done it without losing a player.
They're just getting peeled apart here. It was feeling bleak for Liquid. It was a clean sheet for FURIA to bring this back up to 11-11. Tying the game's not enough, I don't think.
So Yuri and KSCERATO at least recovering the safe AWP. But again, it's those candidates. EliGE finds a frag, OC finds a frag. Certainly matching expectations in terms of where this 16 would be found.
But what happens with the round if EliGE doesn't catch Art, right? Not the kill, the info. Because the info is what facilitated the play.
Yeah.
The kill is great, but without that info, were they going to split B? Was that going to be the game plan here? And that's 2 rounds that B has been susceptible. This is it again. The molly flying through the sky. The shot straight between the eyes. And this one here is dropped. He rotates in. He's not expecting them that quickly up catwalk. And that's a familiar look, isn't it? The frustration of FURIA.
Backs against the wall now. Liquid have proven that they can pick up a T round or 2, to be specific, and we are into their 3rd timeout. Coach Mike unmuted. Gary doing his best to keep them cool. It's a competitive scoreline FURIA have pulled us to. Certainly some extra funds given how clean that previous round was, so Liquid stretching their legs a little now.
One round here ahead. The retained AWP have been talking about Safe's impact in this second half so far. They'll need to call on him again, but bolstering the B bomb site could be an option. Doesn't look to be the plan early. Art, well, he didn't like going up through the B apartments. He's this time going to drop down through mid, and the pace slow. No clear indication from Liquid early, even though they start with a 3-man lean towards A. OC searching behind this smoke, and you can see just under it he had a slight gap.
Investigation of middle.
Yakinda might catch Art slipping back here, Alex, through the gap of the box. He's going to peek as he gets this info. Yeah, watch Yakinda swing now. That's the info. Wasn't there quick enough.
Goes one way, though. Art none the wiser. Defensive smoke to divide. The player behind the bench, unless there's a molly there. Swings himself behind the triple box. A big opening from Yakinda. Yuri now down. Art burns to 7 HP. EliGE is on the stairs, though.
Art's in between all of them. He's in between all of them.
Right in front of him. They have no idea. Nitro gets shot in the back, an immediate trade, but he's given him a chance, a real chance, to play out the 3v3. A second too late on the shot after the flash. OC is now posted to contest CT. A flash right back gets him in. Now, damage. EliGE on to drop. It's all on EliGE now. They'll spray as hard as they can. It's planted for him, but Safe has the AWP. The molly would be dreamy.
There's no smoke.
Oh, Orb misses the shot. Swung on by KSCERATO. Doesn't hit it either. Safe is going for the 10-second defuse. KSCERATO bodyguarding. What does EliGE to do? Is he just going to call the bluff? He's not even going to peek, and so 12 secured. FURIA, no kit needed. EliGE lets it go.
Oh, a bit of a grimace on the face right there. Cannot believe it. Has no idea how that happened right under his nose, and the molly looked perfect. Looked like it should have been destined there to deny. That was a chance for Liquid to get up to 14 and break the hopes and dreams of Brazilian fans around the world.
But they hold on, Chad. They hold on. It is still going to be just, I mean, like the nerve endings of the tooth are still there. Because FURIA, they've got what? MP9. We are going to see Safe back on his AWP. Very light on flashbangs, so they're going to have to count on bodies to get some information. OC could get what he's been waiting for often on the ramp fight. Typically prefaced by a flash.
Safe doesn't have one to help him. Might have to be Art here.
There it is. Safe, turn. Oh, misses the shot. Yuri gets away, 10 HP. As the swing from stairs, it can all fall apart right here. Yakinda, 20 HP as well. Art inflicting heavy damage. Look at the wounded soldiers of Liquid. They get away from the nade. Ooh.
Take a deep breath right there. It felt like that nade was definitely going to chase him down.
Complete reset.
That is tight stuff for FURIA there. Nice little wombo combo set up together in the opener, and a big scalp to take. With Yakinda low, we'll see him pick up the AWP. But the 2 rounds that they posted both came towards B. FURIA know this as well.
Nitro cocking it. Did they just gonna walk on that smoke?
They have to. Time's a problem.
Yeah, it's EliGE that might have to be the difference maker. Gap in that CT smoke. Not rewarded, Art. Spotted out. KSCERATO is in the prime position, but Naf beheads him.
Where's Nitro going?
20 seconds, lads.
It must be a save. It's a save. This is James. Still echoing in the brain of Yakinda here.
Okay, I guess when you're this close.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation. After that opening kill comes in, thought maybe we'd see them accelerate there, but it wasn't in the right side of the map. It will get to retain as Art investigates. Probably can't believe his luck, can't believe his eyes.
How odd is it to see like Team Liquid doing like a full Outsiders cosplay?
They've had to really go through a big shift of the way that they see and approach the game. And that's not easy to do, right? And that's maybe why Liquid have taken the position of outsiders with all the overtimes, all the close games, is because, well, they're playing Counter-Strike here trying to remove the risk, right? They're trying to play into the percentage here, and they can get another buy, and they will burn their final time out here. They did the same thing over there on Ancient, and they got the win. It feels obvious that it would be a B play, right? It's the only side that's been successful so far.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if OC's going to be a bit dissuaded from his early ramp fights after the way in which that went down. It was super light on util, but that flash was very well utilized.
Drop's taking the bullet for the team here, MP9 in his hands, and knowing that he's the one to be under assault.
More than content with just the jump peaks on his MP9. In fact, he's throwing out some util of his own from spawn, I believe.
Could be the aggressive B apartments or the one-way smoke, one of the two. Looks like the mid one-way available.
Yeah, so Art's going to play around that. Nothing to be given to him early. Yekender is trundling down.
Does he look up?
Pass, and he doesn't investigate the reaction, though. Oh, what? Discombobulated by the nade. He didn't know where that came from. Art, again, opens up for Furia.
Does this remind you at all of the Spirit game? Yekender fantastic in map number 1. Map number 2 against Spirit goes missing. Third map of Ancient, it all falls apart.
It's got the air, isn't it? The same kind of feeling to it.
Well, this is the difference as opposed to those previous rounds. When they gave up an early kill, they exchanged. They don't get an exchange because Yekender didn't have anybody close by to try and get a trade. So giving himself over for naught. Now peppered up is OC. AWP will be identified here, but can Naf be the hero again? He's had some impactful moments here with those 16 kills to his name. But surely they can't be thinking of another save.
Don't speak too soon, Jack.
Well, they could. Like right now, because EliGE could drop an AK in the next round. Yekender's going to get the loss bonus, which is maxed anyway. They won't need a drop. Just feels like an awful lot to flush away here in a 4-on-5 in a 2-1-2 setup right now from FURIA.
You'd say that, wouldn't you? Safe smoked off. They could get their numbers, get all their pieces in the right place for committing to B here. KSCERATO's kind of scrapped the idea of jumping, and that will spread, I believe. Yeah, has to get out of there. Just a slightly tighter line. Crawling now. Multiple bodies, multiple avenues. You can see KSCERATO in a prime position to deal with this. The setup is strong, the frag is better. OC, EliGE, Nitro, unless the whole team as they get a double out of EliGE. And with 10 seconds to spare, the bomb goes down. That is insane.
There was 4 players over towards the B bomb site there to try and lock that one down for FURIA. The opening kill came in their favor as well, and Team Liquid somehow break through.
I mean, that happened so fast. But I just felt FURIA had all of the pieces they needed in the right part of the map. The frags just don't go their way.
You can't be losing a 4-man B stack against
Here you go, perfect.
B5. They're all there.
So OC's in the apartments. He's opened up onto safe. EliGE is the one from short who gets that double, that crucial double that enables the site to be finished. And
what more can you do? No, not what more. You cannot do more.
Yeah.
You can physically not do more. It's the right call, the opening pick, everything in your favor, and FURIA, they dropped the ball. 14 now for Liquid, 2 more rounds for the Lanxess.
2 rounds. And you can see what that has done to FURIA. They're constantly just pulling at straws to find a potent buy. Losing everything in the process of that last one.
They've called their last time out as well. The Hail Mary here. They're going to go for it. Everything being purchased up and more. Whatever they can get, they're going to equip right now. Art into an MP9. I'm not sure what Safe is going to go for. Maybe a Scout. They've managed 3 M4s around this, but the buy is much better for Liquid here. Next round, because of this comeback, they're only going to have 1,900 as the loss bonus for FURIA. This is it. This is it.
Liquid have got every bell whistle they desire. AWP on OC. Huge impact from him throughout this series. Kept humble here on Mirage, but Ancient was his playground. 14-13. Aggression the remedy, as always, for Art. Supported with a spray out of Yuri.
3 out of 3 rounds as well towards the B bomb site here. Very clear where Liquid have found the weakness, and peppered up Nitro, softened by Yuri. Having a rough go of things is Yuri. Oh, and it just continues. He stands in the molly. OC delivers the opener this time in the favor of the North American side.
Oh, and Art now under a lot of pressure. You can see this T utility underneath. With windows smoked, his support network's gone, the flashes are in, and it's likely he's hiding in plain. What a snap! He was aiming at his shoes, Chad, and he hits his hair. What? A quick one out of EliGE, now 3.
31 kills for EliGE. Revitalized by this change. Looking like himself and looking to carry Liquid through.
Oh, Naf's,
what a performance.
Naf's even considered this. He doesn't have, he's kind of just hanging out in this exact moment of limbo, so Safe can't do anything from here.
What do? You have to bank on it being an A play. Naf is, oh, looked like he considered it for a second there. The crosshair almost in the right place.
But it's bad info.
They're running
KSCERATO charging over. Now Nitro makes it clear. There is no 1B. No 1B. And Nitro trying to sell it as best he can. Showing they're coming, splitting through mid. It's even pulled drop away from the B site. Wide open. This looks like 15. How are you going to retake with a man disadvantage, an SMG and a FAMAS? No kit. You're on the wrong side of the map. You're going to have to go and give it another bite. In the next round of play, Liquid have got some opportunities now to secure that quarterfinal.
They're playing for overtime. They're going to go see if they can pick up this drop rifle here from Naf. Safe can throw these FAMAS over towards drop. At least he can move off of the MP9. But remember, the loss bonus, 1,900 into the next.
Oh, man.
1,900 is all they can add to their cash tally right now. That is nothing. Peanuts is all they're going to be operating with in the next round. And Liquid, again, another close game. But it feels like they've pipped them at the post here. They're even hunting. EliGE, low HP, trundling in, spotted now. He should get run down. Yakinda's here to jump up and over, gives his head over. He will get a kill. That's a huge rifle to take away, and Nitro looking for even more. Can't confirm it. But taking away one rifle there, it's massive.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one less rifle. Straight up into your opportunity to secure the quarterfinals, into the playoffs. North American Counter-Strike looking a little more polished here, and the poor boys of FURIA, so close to closing this back out, are going to have to defend 2 rounds consecutive with pistachios and bottle caps. It's not great. CZ, Deagle, FAMAS.
Look at this. They're calling rings around them here. They're going to execute A, and it has to be a B stack because all they've got their rounds at B. It's going to be an A finish. Yuri and KSCERATO, they have to do it alone.
This could be his redemption. He's had a real rough Mirage, but Yuri lying in wait under the balcony. The entire squad barreling towards him early, and a first blood drawn. EliGE needs the trade, trying to find it, does. Snap into the head. A 4-on-4, KSCERATO hitting shots as well. Chips it now. It's EliGE to swing. EliGE to finish this and pull Liquid into the playoffs. Art just a CZ. A fast flank from Safe. Worth noting. Yakinda dealing and distracted by Art. It's dropped from jungle, but Safe's flank is all they can hope for because no one is checking it. And Safe will tap away too. No trade available. Swings out. Art can't do anything but distract as Safe continues to save the day. Naf is his next victim, and Safe pulls FURIA into the final round. They will go again. Safe decrees it's not done yet.
Crazy, crazy scenes right there. They go into the site, less defended. The stack was on the other side. Safe was disconnected from the pack while all this was going on, but in the chaos, not considered. And look at this, beautiful stuff from the AWPer with the rifle in his hand. Willing FURIA into this game. One more for overtime. They're not done yet.
Outstanding. They have got to be feeling a bit of a shift. Give him a hug, but it's not done. You got to do it again now, and it's still not pretty. It's still a UMP, an MP9, and again, the trend continues. It's only B where we've seen Liquid find success here on the attack.
And reluctant to stack it again of FURIA. It's just a standard setup from them. Cookie cutter on a map like Mirage. But do you dare return to B if you're Liquid? You've been able to get away with it 4 times. Is the 5th the one to get you round number 16?
Full rounds of regulation every day of the week with Liquid. CT smoke. Clear telegraph thrown out by that B defender.
If they send Nitro forward and he's able to find a way in, get just a pick, that will draw almost a full rotation, but the bomb's coming back now as well. Util being juggled across here. KSCERATO and drop. They better get ready for this. Art's trying to read and stay ahead of the play. They're coming.
Yeah. Who will draw first blood remains to be seen. 40 seconds, a slow strangle now as doubts is sown despite the clear. Yuri has nothing to report on A. Corner's cleared. KSCERATO stands firm in the defense. Yakinda's got nothing to say. Drop with a double. Overtime, a couple of clicks away as FURIA recover. OC looking to do something magical to close. He's paid a heavy price, though, to get this far. Double kill off the 1v5. And from behind, here comes Yuri to close it out. We go again. OT secured. And they've got Safe to thank for it. Nearly Liquid to finish. but we need more rounds. And we'll be right back with them. Overtime to separate Liquid and FURIA. Overtime, FURIA gifted it by some heroics from unlikely candidates. I'm impressed by Safe, and the fact that I didn't see a single emotion on his face as he pulled it off. It says something about that mentality, because he knew he had another round to play straight after. It wasn't a guarantee, but he has helped and aided FURIA in taking us to overtime, despite a magnificent half. An 11-4 half from Liquid, matched by FURIA. We go again, T-start for Liquid this time. OC on that AWP condition. Yakinda still want to see the sleep out of his eyes if he wants to end it in 2. On the other side of things, FURIA, they've finally weathered the economic storm. They can have any weapon they want.
Well, this is a bit different here, quite quick towards mid. 2 players, EliGE and Yakinda, in combination here, trying to take quick control and worried about these aggressive mid maneuvers from Art and Co. Drop, not condemned this time to the B apartment and almost gets caught off guard. A defensive incendiary drop, but Yakinda jumps into window and, wow, KSCERATO will take that one every day of the week. Safe again onto OC, and space from EliGE here. He has been the Terminator on Mirage for Liquid, and he's going to need to do more.
He has to do it all over again. He's now hunting drop tucks in. He knows the power that EliGE possesses, and it is only a little, oh, he didn't see it over the top, just a opportunity. I think Drop did, and now, well, with the drop from Drop, the information's been relayed. And Art ensures this first round goes the way. Now, they've revealed the double orbs, something for Liquid to work with.
Sure, definitely so. But we need to return to the conversation that we were having throughout that first half, is the B-bomb site, or sorry, the second half. Well, regulation is probably the best way to put it here, as it was only B that was a crack, and it's not because of drop, right? They even had stacks over towards the bomb site. It was just where Liquid were finding success. Elsewhere on the map, it can't be said. These are teams who have both put up massive CT hauls, individual brilliance from both. We had NAF with a massive retake. We had Safe doing the same.
Yeah, this is just a question of who can post the most on their T side. For those unfamiliar with overtime, 3 rounds in each half. First to 19.
Run boost here for Yakinda. He's going to get the quick DHL delivery to the top mid box. EliGE creeping and crawling through the underpass position here.
Thoroughly enjoying EliGE in this form.
It's great to see. Seems a bit more freed up here, the form that we love from this North American superstar. But you mentioned the double AWPs. How do you get past these? Up in the vent. Safe towards Ticket. He can pry out late here. He's going to be a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah, Yakinda was an opening death in the first round of overtime. And he's an opening in the second.
He's getting booked. He is getting absolutely booked. Nothing Yakinda does is working. He is getting destroyed right now, and that's one way to deal with a B split. Put your AWP in the vent room. No way you're making your way up catwalk now. Time, 45 seconds, and problems starting to accrue here for Liquid.
Oh, EliGE tries as hard as he can, and it's converted. Expecting Art around the smoke. Yuri does drop a sound cue, and Art tagged up, finished off by EliGE. EliGE not done. Yuri doesn't finish his meal, and Liquid set for success. Off the back of NAF and EliGE's handiwork. That's his frag all day of the week, isn't it?
Should have been, and they all come tumbling down. The way that they opened up that initial kill, forcing KSCERATO back into the line of sight of NAF, and then EliGE finding that kill onto Art, I do believe that was massive stuff. And they will finally break through and win a round on the A bomb site. So a changing of the tide for Liquid here.
Evidence.
Flows both ways.
Yeah. Wow, and I think really sweat off the brow. Yakinda's not, you know, he's not a Dumbo. He knows exactly what's going on. He has been the double opening in these 2 rounds on the T side, and that was a trend we were identifying in regulation as well. So he's well aware of this. I wonder if he's going to temper his aggression or if it is a component of making space.
See, look, I can play devil's advocate here because he found information. I don't know how much space he really got them, but the best is where Art resided. But this is great. That was the kill onto Art that you wanted to see, and EliGE just freed up here. How many kills is this guy going to get? But this is the thing. It's not scrimming and headshotting out the gate with the fast North American play that you'd expect. It's get into the mid-round, and then everybody explode and hit your necessary shots. So they're going about the same game plan in just a slightly different way. But it looks beautiful when it works.
That it does, Chad, that it does. Still, AWPs maintained. FURIA looking for that second CT round. It's going to feel very much compulsory once the sides are swapped. Don't forget, Team Liquid with a solid CT all of their own. It feels like a long time ago.
You try and pressure this B bomb site with a fake and draw a massive rotation and hope that you're able to win out the mid to late here. Deep nade, not going to find its mark. EliGE more than far enough away from that one, as he will be joined by Nitro.
KSCERATO overseeing window. Now there are 2 here, potential for that boost. It hasn't come out, and you have to clear that connector first. Now there's util from top mid that would enable that. KSCERATO, back and forth, nade exchange. Careful of the flames, they burn down. Sound cues given. Decisions to be made now. Still no real blood drawn, just sound cues and damage. You can park someone here on the boost and implement them late once distractions have been made. 38. Yakinda trying to lead this pack. He's got the bomb on his back, and just trying to walk through. Oh my god, the pre-fire! He runs Yuri down. The trade back is won, but EliGE now has access to window. It's Art and Safe. The AWPs doing everything in their power to stop that bomb from going down. It's a great one from EliGE, and oh, Safe is so susceptible. It's Yakinda that combines with him. And now drop. They know he's the B defender. He's very quick to be here on ramp. They're going to be concerned about CT. They're going to be concerned about Con.
Look at EliGE. He's tucked himself into the very back corner here, so he's not susceptible to this whatsoever. This is huge from EliGE. Oh, and it's huge from Yakinda. He finally breaks through with an entry kill, and he closes this round down. That's 2 on the T side for Liquid. Is that going to be enough?
It feels good. I know for sure that's going to feel good. Liquid get to defend again. And those short, very few and far between T rounds. I mean, Liquid have just got, yeah, half of the rounds they found in 15 in 3.
Yeah, so this is it, surely. Now, do they remember what they did on the CT side, and do they remember what FURIA was throwing their way?
Oh, it's almost weird to see them happy and celebrating. It's brilliant from Liquid. A T-side haul.
One more round from Liquid now to secure double OT at a minimum. FURIA still fighting for that 3rd map.
Yeah, I mean, it is now backs against the wall, but this is where they did their best work last time. Smoke to the window. OC posted. Responsible with Yakinda for that mid-hold. Typical flowchart here. Battle of utility and bait. Nade good onto Art. Chipping damage onto EliGE over the top of the smoke, but EliGE has again drawn blood. How does he get away with that? Yuri tries his luck. Drop is across. They are pincering now into that B site. EliGE will cheat over. Out of util is Yakinda. Naf the same, a single flash left in play. Art trying to fake. See what he can get away with. The smoke will deny him. So to rejoin the pack, committing in now. Yakinda, good for the first, in Nitro the second. FURIA scratching their heads. How do you get that bomb down? Safe will show you how. Only one up to Art. Can he really get it done? EliGE is low. Art, 20 seconds. Nitro being run at. Beeline for the A site. Nitro jiggling. Will have to not go down. I think he's heard him. Can play the game. Play for the round. Nitro peeks out. 18 secured. Double overtime at a minimum. And now a very tall order. 2T rounds on the trot.
EliGE is just, I can't explain the impact that EliGE is having right now. He has 39 kills. The next closest on his team is 19. He is going beast mode right now.
Yeah, he's going Super Saiyan. Absolutely. Veins are popping, hair changing colors.
This is it. One more round for Liquid now. An opportunity to close things down. An opportunity to book that ticket. Get this done in 2. One more spot in the Lanxess and they want it.
Now Molly does stop Art. Naf to be tested on B.
Huge nade.
Good nade. Drop. Drop to 46, but still committing.
With the bomb?
Yeah, they are going hard in the paint. Naf plays for the retake. Already the piece is starting to move. A good spray, more damage. Art takes damage. EliGE is down. That's a big scalp to post. And trying to retake now back into the site. A great shot from OC. Tracks the jump of drop. Around the smoke. Another dink. Traded. It's going back and forth. Tit for tat. OC, though, left alone. Fading smoke. Peaked and converted. FURIA catch their breath. And the frag from KSCERATO there, instrumental in keeping FURIA in this.
Oh, the decision from Naf to go retake, you can understand why. He was getting overrun, didn't have the support, but Safe and KSCERATO, these two are equally as monstrous as EliGE right now. 33 for KSCERATO and Safe on 30 to his name. The impact that these two have been having is just massive. But still, one more opportunity here for Liquid to get it done in OT number 1. If not, we do it all again. Hard to separate these two teams here. FURIA do not want to give up without a fight. Back in with fast mid-util this time. Doesn't look like it's going to be the intention towards B. KSCERATO just going to walk on in, apply some pressure, see if he can keep Yakinda busy with Naf. EliGE doesn't even know where to stand, and they're walking out on Nitro towards A.
Nitro, one and done. OC will have a chance onto that balcony player. Turns the flash, here's the shot, knows 2 at a minimum here onto his A site. It's EliGE to try and overwatch and to provide support. OC could fall foul to overcook in this. Incendiary's great, Yuri
Real
likely
good.
to burn. Just over the top, EliGE can profit. 2 left for FURIA in the final round of this overtime. For the 2-0, OC turns his back. Safe to clear, Safe was already saved them once. Can he save them again? It's KSCERATO and Safe, the 2 heroes of FURIA. He spots him, eliminates OC. The threat relieved as smoke blooms. The bomb could go down. It's KSCERATO to maneuver in that direction. Safe talking an awful lot. Calling the shots. Naf recedes. He's got questions to ask a B. It's the wrong move. Safe has nothing to find in his jungle clear. Oh, he does now. He heard your Kinder Kitchen. Oh, and he's walking straight to his demise. A quick scope from Safe. What was a 2v4 now falls to EliGE and Naf, the OGs in the Liquid jersey, to end it here and now, or the slate is wiped clean and we go again. Can FURIA match that 2-round haul here on the T side? 2v4 goes 2v2. EliGE 40 bomb and counting. A crossfire established. They're backing themselves in this setup. It's just the aim now. Naf one, then EliGE as well. And Liquid will be there in the Lanxess. 2019 champs will be there in 2022 with Yakinda as well. Another stand-in in a Liquid jersey in the Lanxess arena, and it's all smiles. Hard work, that one, Chad.
Yeah, massive stuff from EliGE. He was a monster in this map here. You've got to love it. You've got to love the performance. Vintage EliGE, but for FURIA, the free fall continues. It was a valiant fight. They didn't give up on their map choice. But the North Americans, there's hope.